Hello, I'm Josh Pennebaker with Hometown Mortgage. I'm here with my good friend Logan McKinney with Second Chance Outdoors, and we wanted to talk to you a little bit about their cause and drive. So, Logan, tell us a little bit about Second Chance Outdoors.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for bringing me on and having a conversation with you. We're a 501c3 based organization. Our mission is to provide outdoor recreation and ecotherapy for military veterans and first responders to help with mental health. Right. Our big things that we focus on are like post-traumatic stress, depression, anxiety, things that a lot of these guys come back with. And the reason we use Second Chance Outdoors for that is we can get these folks that we can connect with into a base camp, so to speak, and be around like-minded individuals, have a tribe, and be able to have legitimate, real conversations about things that they have going on. And we offer insight, advice, and I guess you could say coaching on how to improve their day-to-day life.
All right, so Logan, so tell us a little bit about, a story of someone that came into the program, what they experienced, a little bit about the trip and what kind of outcome they had.
Yeah. This past year in Colorado was awesome. Actually took two individuals with us on this hunt, and they're both local here to Kansas City. One's a former police officer here in the metro, and the other is a former he's an army veteran. Out to Colorado we go, and man, we had the spot. We had a former Green Beret in Colorado, kind of like guiding us in over the phone. He couldn't make it the last minute. He got injured in Afghanistan, and his injury prevented him from coming on our trip. But man, he dropped us. He told us exactly where to go. Like, man, we were going to go out. We were going to get this elk. And so I have former police officer and Army veteran with us, and we're out there 30 miles off the highway, all backpack, all hiking in all day long. And day 3 is about the day in the mountains, especially if you're, and we do all backpack hunting, so it's not, we're out there and we're it. Like, there's nobody else around, hopefully, public land problems. But we get out there, and about day 3 is when you start to see some breaking, some I don't know if I can keep going, because like elk hunting's hard.
Oh, sure.
Like it's very physically hard. Like it's demanding. And day 3's rolling around, and I'm not going to say who it was, but he's like, man, I'm not going to make it. I can't keep going. I'm not going to make it. Well, we're 30 miles from the road. Not right. Not the closest town, the road. Like, you can't leave. Like, we're here. And he wasn't physically injured. We didn't need to like get him out immediately. He was just having a bad time at that particular moment. And so we push and we push and we push. We continue to hunt. We get into some elk that day. Actually had a couple of interactions through the calls and things like that. And we get back to camp, and we're sitting there, and we're at 11,200 feet, and it's no clouds in the sky, not one piece of light pollution, just stars for as far as you can see. And one of the guys, he just stopped, and he came up. He looked at me. He was like, "I get it. I freaking get it." He used more colorful language, but he's, a former police officer, so that's kind of their language. And almost in tears. And we had a really, really cool conversation around the campfire that night. And mind you, the individual that said this was not the guy that was complaining on day 3. We'll get to that in a second. That night, we got to sit around our campfire, and the person that came up to me and said, I get it, he got to close a chapter of a loss. He lost his brother in a plane crash in the mountains, and he was able to go into the mountains and have closure on that event and have a legitimate conversation in camp with me, the other guy that was there. All 3 have experienced loss, have experienced grief, and it was a crazy awesome conversation that occurred. And the fact that he was able to close that chapter and move forward and start to heal and start to grow, like, what more do you want?
All right, so if someone outside of Hometown Mortgage Heroes wants to contribute or, volunteer, become part of the cause, tell us some information on how someone can get involved, donations, things like that.
Absolutely. So obviously the big things, social media, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I have a TikTok. I don't know how to use TikTok. So if you look us up on TikTok, you'll find an empty page. And then obviously our website, www.secondchanceoutdoors.net. In there you will find contact us forms. I'm revamping the form for veterans and first responders, and that's open to any first responder. It doesn't have to be a police officer. It could be a firefighter, an EMT, nurses count. I'm revamping that so you can go on there and fill that out, hopefully by the end of the week. We have our store where you can get stuff, merch, and then donations. We accept donations on our website as well. Our donation process is so easy because I wanted to make it easy for people to donate. Literally hit the donations button at the top of the website, and you're going to get a pre-filled out form that you just click the dollar amount that you would like to contribute. If you have another number in mind, there's an opportunity for that, and it's all easy peasy, couple of clicks and you're done.
We'll have the links for Logan and all the website for Second Chance Outdoors on the bottom of this page. So reach out. This is a great cause. People are going to benefit from your donations and things that we're hopefully going to share here in the near future as this program progresses, and share some success stories with that as well. So thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a good night.